Over the past few months, I've collected what most of the world likes to call debts, and by that, I mean SEGA has been kind enough to provide me with review copies of some of their most latest titles. But because I've been going through the war zone known as midterms, I'm a bit late with covering each of these titles. So I thought it'd be fun to make some kind of mega feature video where I give my impressions of each one of them, that way they can all have the spotlight in a singular video. And with that being said, game numero uno. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba The Hinokami Chronicles. Yes, it took me 6 different takes to say that title. Now this was a game, like all the games we're talking about today, I was quite looking forward to. It's no secret how Demon Slayer has been the talk of the town, and since the game's release, I've heard a lot of different things about the game on Twitter and from close friends. Though I will say some of what I have to say may be subject to change through patches, as I do hear some are already on the way. But yeah, Demon Slayer is actually a really cool arena fighter. I'm still blown away how detailed the characters and world are in this game. I am utterly dumbfounded, flabbergasted, and honestly just a little bit surprised that this game is naturally in 30 FPS. And while I'm not one to usually complain about frame rates as long as it's consistent, but this is a fighting game. The lower the frame rate, the lower the response time. And in action-packed games like this, where these inputs matter and can be the deciding factor of a win or a loss, I honestly just can't shake off that this is just an actual flaw against the game. Though I was informed about an incoming update for a 60 FPS mode for next-gen consoles and PC, unless you have a Series S. But that mode was not available when I initially played this game when I was given the review copy, as it's not out yet at the time of this video. Though I will say this acts as a great excuse for when I lose online matches, so this game is already a masterpiece for having my back. Though as I said, this game is an arena fighter, so you and an opponent will be going left and right, forward and backwards, and fighting similarly as you would in real life fights. But man, I must have missed out on real life DLC packs or something, because these fights are way cooler than any fight my 12-year-old self got into. The combat is flashy, the transitions are smooth, and honestly, I was shocked to hear that the English voice cast was included in the game. It's pretty common to where some of these Japanese fighting games don't get English dubs because it's honestly just easier to not have them, but including them here is just another good point for this game. It'd be an outright lie to say developers didn't care when crafting this game. They wanted to be sure that every player would be able to immerse themselves in the world of Demon Slayer. Though honestly, with fighting games, it's a bit harder for me to really get into that zone for an indescribable amount of reasons, but I found myself really enjoying embodying these characters even during the story mode. But as someone who doesn't really play fighting games, I can't be the one to give you a thesis on how the online netcode works or the intricacies of the frame data or anything like that. I just learned you're supposed to pour the cereal before the milk. Do you think I'm qualified for such discussion? But hey, if you like fighting games, I feel like I can certainly recommend this game purely off of the weight behind the combat and the sublime aesthetic the game goes for. Though if you're someone who plays online more frequently than say at your locals, you may want to wait until some of the netcode issues get addressed. Even I know that people with strong wired connections shouldn't be lagging in matches like this. Well, that's it for Demon Slayer. The next game is actually one I was super excited to play, and I actually got to stream it before the game's official release, and that is game number, hey, wait, hold up, I wasn't done yet. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania was the game I didn't know I needed until suddenly a repressed memory within me was awakened by this game. It all came back to me. Super Monkey Ball. It's the series that created my lifelong fear of video game heights. Yes, exclusive to video games. I'm quite calm recording this on the Eiffel Tower. Banana Mania is so much fun. It's pure terror-inducing fun. The obstacle courses are super well designed. They pose quite a challenge, as, you know, I wouldn't know anything about since I'm the #1 Monkey Ball player in A, but the game really is no nonsense with something for literally everyone included. If you find yourself trying out the story courses but find it to be a bit too much for you after a while, that's okay, because there's tons of other mini games and such to play. If you just want to unwind with some billiards, get a turkey and bowling, or beat the snot out of your friends in Monkey Fight, proving you are indeed the alpha, you can do that. Though one thing I do want to note here, I actually played the Steam version of the game, so I was utilizing the remote play together function that Steam offers, which basically gives you online versions of local multiplayer. So I'm not really aware if the other versions of the game have a similar feature that lets you use online multiplayer, or if it just has it outright altogether, but this is how I went about things. And if you wanted to play with your friends and you weren't sure what the other versions offered, I would be able to speak on behalf of the PC version and would recommend it for you if this seemed like it'd be up your alley and you did want to play this with friends. But back to the part about my greatest fears. When I was a kid and playing Monkey Ball, something in me just got horrified seeing these adorable animals fall off the platforms to their painful demise. Like there is no ground down there. It's like a portal to the void or something. Ever since I've had this innate fear of falling down bigger heights in video games. Playing Banana Mania finally made me realize why KingdomAce is a loser. But when I'm not hunched in a corner fearful of a children's game, I'm adoring the stage design of these levels. The difficulty progression is perfect. It gradually scales as we get further along. There are optional pathways you can take if you're feeling exceptionally ready to die today, and the timer in every level adds the perfect balance of oh my god, I gotta get out of here, and
I've got time.
So if you're a fan of platformers, a fan of mini games, and you don't suffer from crippling anxiety of heights, then I would absolutely recommend Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. It's absolutely fantastic. Please support this game. I need more Monkey Ball in my life. How else am I gonna get over my fears? Finally, at long last, the time is here. The long-awaited game number 7. Lost Judgment, the sequel I didn't think we'd end up getting. While I enjoyed the crap out of the first game, I just really didn't expect we'd get another. A pleasant surprise if I'm honest. Shopping at the local Popos and eating chicken sandwiches at Wild Jackson are some of my favorite everyday tasks to check off. I don't want to talk about spoilers for the story here, I'm not that much of a monster, but in terms of combat, I wasn't sure how much better the combat could get after Judgment. But early on into this game, I've been able to completely fall in love with these mechanics all over again. 3 different martial art styles are included and they mesh so well together. They allow you to fight enemies in a ton of different ways, and I feel this is so well done because these are designed to where every style has its better situations. It's not the smartest idea to stick to one all the time, as that can make combating foes take longer and be more difficult overall. It's good to switch things up and take advantage of the situation, like how many enemies there are, where they're standing, what innocent passerby is nearby. All these things add up to how you'll be able to approach situations, and it's up to you to decide how you'll go about it, but make sure you go all out. I can never get enough of the heat actions in these RGG games, man. Bonking someone on the head with some loser's bike or kneeing somebody in the face against a brick wall, they are ruthless. But at the same time, they can be silly too. So whenever possible, try out any heat action you see. Getting yourself into certain situations and leading enemies to the right areas can lead to some really cool ones. So go, young one. Experiment like the psychopath you are. So these were the games in my SEGA Mega Pack feature video that I really wanted to cover. And I really should have done this a lot earlier on. SEGA was kind enough to provide me all these codes so I can make content on it for you guys. So I hope this was a video you could enjoy, and I'd like to probably do a video like this, another time with some other games that I have in my backlog that I've been meaning to play. It would really give me some incentive to actually, give my money a reason to having been spent. Though there is something about buying games and seeing them in your Steam library, even if they'll never be installed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, leaving a like and a comment for the algorithm to actually bless my channel would be really, really appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day today.